We're going to go ahead and get started on our blueberry wine reduction sauce. The beautiful thing about this sauce is you don't have to use it just for cheesecake topping. You can also use it to top off your favorite cake or even some ice cream. So we're going to start off and we're just going to add in our blueberries. You want the whole process to be on a medium-high heat because you want that consistent boil. So we're going to add those to it and we're just going to let those cook for about 2 minutes. All right, and you see how the blueberry right there is kind of jumping around a little bit? That lets me know that they're nice and warm. I'm not trying to cook these blueberries all the way through. I kind of want them a little bit on a firmer end of it because I'm still going to cook them a little bit farther. I'm going to add in my whiskey. All you're going to want to do is tilt the skillet like so. Add the whiskey to the end of it and then light and then flambe. So now you're kind of roasting the blueberries in the whiskey and kind of giving them that whiskey flavor. I'm actually going to add just a little bit more whiskey in it. Come on, this is Wisconsin. We can use a little bit more whiskey. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my red wine. In reality, you can use whatever you have in your refrigerator, whether it's red or whether it's white. Just make sure it's semi-sweet. Now I'm going to add in about 2 cupfuls. And I'm just going to add in just a little bit of sugar. And I would say about halfway during the process, what you want to do is just mash some of these blueberries up. And this will help the sauce thicken up as well. Just kind of tilt it to the end and mash them up like so. And as you see, the sauce is reducing down nicely. My instructor always told me the most important thing you can do before you finish a meal is taste it. That way if I need to add or take anything away from it, I can. I'm just going to taste that. So we want this cooled off, so I'm just going to throw this in the fridge for about 5 minutes, just so it's cooled off a little bit, so it doesn't melt my cheesecake when I put it over. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get our chocolate ganache start mixing. I'm using a double boiler for the chocolate simply because you want to slowly melt the chocolate, and this is going to make for a nice, really creamy chocolate sauce. So I'm just going to add that to it. If you don't have a double boiler at home, feel free to just take a pot, fill it up with about 1/4 inch of water, and just add a bowl that's going to fit snugly over that, and that's equivalent to the same thing as a double boiler. And we don't want to melt it too much. Now that we got that starting to melt a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add in my cream. And I'm just going to let that slowly simmer up so I got a nice creamy chocolate sauce. Just kind of take your lid off and give it a nice little stir, making sure that nothing's sticking to the bottom of the pan. And then I'm going to add in about 1 tablespoon of dark brown sugar. I'm going to mix that up really well. Then I'm going to add in a little bit of Southern Comfort. Now I buy these little shooters, you can get them at Festival for about 99 cents. This way you don't have to buy a big huge bottle when in reality you only need a couple of tablespoons. So we're just going to add about 1.5 teaspoons. I'm just going to mix this up just a little bit. And this sauce is done. I'm just going to throw this in the cooler again and let this cool down for about 5 minutes. All right, now that we got our sauce all nice and ready, we're just going to spoonful a little bit over it, like so. And then we're just going to finish it off with a little bit of brown sugar white chocolate ganache.